I'm back. Episode number 2. Like I said, we're not going to have episodes every day, but being that we're still learning our editing equipment and we have a lot of questions from the first day, early on we're probably going to have more videos than later on. And so I wanted to answer a couple of questions right off the bat about the parameters of this 60-day challenge. So I kind of set these parameters on myself. 60 days was the time frame between yesterday and the day I fly out to New York to the Building Bridges tour that we put on once a year, where we go and we just try to make friends with another NFL team's fan base, and we've had a really great job doing that, so we're excited to do that with the podcast. And if you watch the podcast, you've kind of heard about that, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. But that's where the 60 days comes from. Parameters, one of the questions, what are the parameters? Parameters are pretty simple. So we have the lean and greens. We have the fuelings, and here's a little something kind of about the fuelings. Okay, so we've already had some questions about what kind of bars and stuff we're using. And so since I was prepping for my lunch tomorrow, or my 5, this is what happens when you work like 13 hours. You get a little tired. Yeah, so my 5 fuelings, see, thanks for the background for my boy there. So basically there are these fuelings, so like this one's Campfire Crisp, personally my favorite. And you'll see from the, I have a picture of the box going on here for you, but you'll be able to see kind of like just the breakdown of calories. Like each one of these bars is like 110 calories. And like I said, so I have 1 bar every 2.5 to 3 hours. That gets me through the day. And then we have our lean and green. And we'll get talking about the lean and greens a little bit more later. But the bars are good. There are some other things, and we're going to walk over here and I'll show you just kind of another option that we have right now. I'll make sure I have 5 bars, because not getting enough fuelings makes me for an angry Matt. And it makes me also want to cheat because I'm hungry, and that sucks. So I will tell you, my least favorite are these Caramel Delight Crisp. They suck, but they're not cheap, so you don't waste them. So we're gonna kind of slide one in every day so we don't waste them. And since they just cleaned up everything real nice, I want to make sure I put this back real good here. And then we're just gonna walk down the hall real quick. I'm gonna show you guys, excuse my house. We're a little messy, but we got some things going on.
We mean well.
We mean well, exactly. So for other fuelings, so like for days when I'm at home and I have time to actually make something, or I talk my wife into making it for me, let's be honest. They have these little patches, so like this one's pancakes. And this is awesome, you'll see this like separated. This is Kim, my wife, she found these on Amazon or somewhere, but they're great for these pouches because you can separate everything, the little containers, things like that. They're just really awesome. I love them. Pudding, it's kind of one of those things where you need it. The shakes are good, but I prefer the prepackaged shakes that are already mixed. I do love the garlic potatoes, the regular mashed potatoes, and there's like a wild rice soup. So there is some variety, and like I think right now I've got like 6 months of fuelings or so, give or take, depending on, have your lean and green, which is like your main meal. It's a lean protein, and depending on what it is, chicken, steak, fish. I think you're supposed to have fish twice a week. Probably won't be having fish twice a week. I'm not a real big fish guy, but and that's anywhere from like 5 to 7 ounces of protein and a couple of servings of vegetables. It's actually pretty filling. If you're eating all the fuelings like you're supposed to, if you're drinking the water you're supposed to, like I said, you're supposed to drink 100 ounces of water every day. And you add that with the lean and green, it's actually pretty filling. You don't really go hungry, but if you do forget a fueling or don't take enough fuelings with you when you're on your trips, it does make you very hungry, and then it does kind of entice you to cheat because, well, we all have McDonald's and everything elsewhere. So today, for instance, here's my lean and green. I'll just kind of pop a couple of pictures up here of what I had. Some green beans, a can of green beans, keeping it simple today. And then these really awesome pizzas we found by Real Good. And what they are is they don't have bread. So we say it, we avoid all carbs and sugars for the most part. So these are actually pizzas made with chicken crust. And I honestly, even if I wasn't on this plan, I would eat these pizzas. They're really good. They're a little hard to get used to making. My wife's become very good at it. And so I had a really nice dinner, and you see those pictures there, and we'll kind of post some of those moving forward as we get some more of these out. Yeah, and so I know a lot of you guys asked questions, and I've already showed a lot of support day one, and I wanted to thank everybody because it's kind of what I was hoping for selfishly, is people behind me helping me, motivating me to do these vlogs, and post them on YouTube and have somebody to be accountable to, but also somebody who's making my mind work and making me think about these things every day. So I'm not like setting them to the side. One great question I got on the Facebook page was, can you have alcohol? Unfortunately, no. There's a ton of sugar and alcohol, no alcohol. For me, that's not a big deal. I have it. I guess I did a few weeks ago. I went out and had a couple of drinks with some friends, but I had that before that. It's almost probably been 2 years since I've had a drink of alcohol. I'm not a real drinker anymore. I'm kind of past that. If you knew me growing up or in my college days, you know that alcohol and me got along really well for a long time. So that's not a big deal. But if you're somebody who likes to go have a martini or a drink once in a while, this might be difficult for you because you can't have it. My wife, another question I got was, does the wife and kids do it? Haven't talked Trevor into trying it yet. He's kind of hit or miss. He's tried some things in the past when we've done this program. Kim was on it for a while, and it's something that you really have to commit to, because if not, then you really, it's a struggle, and you want to quit, and you're depressed, and it doesn't, if you're not committed to go into it, I think you're more probably going to cheat. So right now it's just me. Kim, I imagine will get back on and jump on with me at some point. But she's kind of doing her own thing. She's killing me in water. Like, girl's got it down. So yeah, so right now it's just me, which, I think there is a struggle there that we should think about. Because not just for me, right? So I could be selfish and say there's the struggle of, I'm the only one eating this specific way. But the struggle really goes the other way too, because now I'm asking Kim to make 2 meals every day. She cooks for the family and, whatever they're making. And most of the time the protein's the same. But if they're trying to just have a quick, easy night and make sandwiches, she still has to cook, me a protein and vegetables. So I think that goes both ways. The difficulty when it comes to asking your partner to either be on or off this plan. So there's a couple of those questions answered. There's a lot of great questions here, and we're going to answer them as we go. Definitely keep watching. And again, I appreciate the early support that I got from you guys so far. It's been very helpful just into this first day. There was definitely a time today. I worked a long shift. I really wanted a Pepsi. But thinking about these questions and how I was going to answer them and how we're going to put a video together, it made me stay on course. So I appreciate that from you guys. Keep them coming. Don't hesitate to ask anything. This is an open forum. I'll answer any question, no matter how crazy you may think it is or disrespectful you may think it is. Don't hesitate. I'm an open book for the next 60 days. Hopefully longer, right? Hopefully we go to New York and we stay on plan while we're in New York and we're just killing it. But at least for the next 60 days for sure. I'm going to work really hard. A, staying on plan. B, being an open book for you guys, because if this plan works for me and there's someone else out there who this will help and make you feel better, and make you be able to just live a little better in life and, get around a little better, or just even if you decide to start eating healthy in a different way, I want to kind of help motivate people to do that. So I am an open book the next 60 days. You ask it, I'll answer it. Again, nothing's out of line. Nothing will hurt my feelings. I had a little kid, a friend of mine's little kid always asked me why I'm so fat. So, can't get much more embarrassing than that. And, so if, you want to hear about it, I'm going to hear about it. I'm going to talk about it. See, I worked a lot tonight. I'm going to, wrap this up and just again say thank you guys for the support, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it edited better than the first one.